Happy Wednesday. Phil Lindemann with your midday news on Krystal 93. Summit School District has picked a new superintendent, their fourth in 3 years. Dr. Anthony Byrd of Washington got the job offer this week after hours of interviews with the board and locals. Contract negotiations are happening now. Byrd is expected to accept the job next week. He was the only out-of-state finalist. A recent survey of Summit County Childcare unveiled something counterintuitive. Summit's youth population has barely grown since 2010. That data comes from the state, but Molly Fitzpatrick with study provider Root Policy Research says it might not tell the whole story.
The data are a little imperfect on the number of kids, so maybe there are more kids being born than are being tracked or are being picked up in some of those data. There's always a little bit of margin of error.
Root Policy conducted a similar study for Summit in 2018, and the findings were similar.
It's certainly at a choke point, but I would say, even 3 years ago or 4 years ago when we did our last study, demand was also much higher. There were wait lists at every center.
The difference now is more kids on those lists, from 300 plus in 2018 to 559 this spring. Starting next week, Lake Dillon Theater Company is doubling its after-school childcare capacity at Silverthorne Elementary. Breckenridge Mountain Camp will free up a few spaces by limiting enrollment to local students only. No visitors allowed. Tonight at Beaver Run Resort is a public forum with 9 candidates for Breckenridge Town Council. Candidates are running for 3 empty seats, including the only incumbent, Carol Said, appointed to council in 2020. Other candidates include Mike Zobe, one-time leader of the Summit Huts Association, Jay Beckerman, owner of Blue River Bistro, and 4 real estate agents. Avalanche danger remains moderate today at all elevations in the Vail Summit County zone. Check the forecast for details. We've got feel-good news from down south near Monarch, where a dog suspected dead after an avalanche last week was found alive. Out There, Colorado reports the dog was rescued 2 days after the slide at a trailhead on Monarch Pass. It had survived multiple nights out in the cold. In sports, Mikaela Shiffrin won her first downhill race of the season today in Courchevel, France, all but securing her claim to the overall World Cup title by end of the week. Teammate Ryan Cochran-Sagal finished top 10 for the men. Ladies and men are racing Super G tomorrow. The World Cup ski season wraps up Friday with mixed team parallel slalom. The Avalanche beat the Kings last night 3-0. Today the Nuggets play the Wizards at 5. Tomorrow is opening day of MLB spring training. The Rockies open with the Diamondbacks in Arizona. And in local sports, brought to you by Cassandra Schultz & Associates with American Family in Dillon. Summit High girls lacrosse lost to Eagle Valley yesterday 14-7. Girls soccer also lost 4-0 at Battle Mountain. Tigers baseball beat Palmer 17-0. Today is the season opener for boys lacrosse at home with Eagle Valley. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.